All right. So, what I want you to, I'm switching over to my iPad to record because my computer is being weird and it's taking a long time. That's also my nephew in the background. My computer is being really weird, and the way what I'm speaking isn't matching up to my lips, and so whatever. So, as I work on that, for now, I just want you to look at the demonstration speech with me. So, if you can go to assignments and go down to demonstration speech, that's what I want you to go to. And for this particular assignment, what I would like you to have is a 3 to 4 minute speech where you're teaching us something. Okay? So, 3 to 4 minutes. The topic of your speech should be appropriate to your audience. So, I want you to think about what situation we are in now and be creative with that. So, like, maybe you've had to adapt a little bit because of, the situation that we're under right now. Maybe you can teach us something. Teach us how to make something. This should involve some steps for us to take. So, step 1, step 2, step 3. So first, what I'd like you to do, or to do this, whatever. There should be an introduction to this. So you shouldn't start off your speech with, "Today, I'm going to teach you how to do this." I want you to be a little bit more creative, and I want you to start off with, "So right now," and again, even if everybody does this, it's okay because, it's a demonstration speech. But I want you to start off with something along the lines of, "So under the current situation that we're all under, I thought it would be helpful if we all could learn how to bake a cake." And I think that's really important. So the first thing is, so today, I want you to follow these 5 easy steps to building or making a cake, or something to that regard, right? So I would like you to do that. And then you're going to still conclude, right? So conclude with something. So like, all right, so I've walked you through, or so to conclude, I walked you through the 5 easy steps to bake something. And I hope that you're able to take advantage of this as we're all, in quarantine, or whichever it may be. Nonetheless, what I'm saying is that you're still following, or should still follow, the same guidelines of having an introduction and a conclusion. And making it relevant to our audience. And like I said, our audience is each other, right? So you should be clear in your introduction as it draws us in, and it should be clear as far as a conclusion. You should also give us clear transitions. So now that we've covered step 1, we should go over to step 2. All right, now that we've completed step 2, let's move over to step 3. Now that we've mixed the mix together, now we need to bake it. So let me go through how to bake it. And make sure you're using being descriptive in your speech, because remember, sometimes it's harder for us to do certain things. But just consider this a how-to video on YouTube. How would you instruct people to do something? Talk about your audience, or make it relevant to your audience. Think about them. We're in a very different position. Usually, what I have my students do is think about things that they can make in their dorm room that are really easy. And maybe some of you who are, who have learned a particular skill of how to make, something in the dorm room, maybe we can transfer that into our actual lives and where we're at. Even though maybe our parents are still maybe making us dinner or whatnot, maybe we can transfer some of those skills to what we're doing. So, and what I mean by that is think about the skills of how to cook something in our dorm room, and how does that translate to real life. So, like baking or making a cake, but only using bought ingredients, because in most dorm rooms, you have to have a pan and all that. Requires a whole deal. But what happens if you chose to make a cake, but instead of an actual cake itself, you use ice cream or ice cream bars or something like that? So you want to be creative with it, and something, again, that a simple skill for us to learn. It should be skills that are very simple and very easy. What I don't want is too simplistic. So, how to make a sandwich. We all know how to make a sandwich. They've been doing that for however long. We know how to build a burger. Maybe how to grill something. That'd be fun, right? Some people don't know how to grill. But if you have that at your disposal, again, don't go out and buy something extravagant or anything like that. But if you have the ingredients around, make it and then show us how to do it. What I would also say is if you have made this in the past or you want to just use a slideshow or pictures, you're more than welcome to do that. And again, this would probably give us a good idea, especially if you're using a presentation, for you to practice and how to use your PowerPoint skills at the same time as you're talking through everything. So it doesn't have to be a live thing or a live situation. You can use pictures that you grabbed off the internet. Again, some people have done how to change a tire and walked us through that process. But again, I want you to focus on being creative, especially during this time. You can give us some really good ideas on how to do certain things. Then, in regards to the rubric, I'm looking for 10 points are for the introduction, 10 points for the body, 10 points for the conclusion. I'm going to look at your delivery again, and your delivery is what I'm going to basically what I think you're going to get on, in my head anyway, on what you're going to get on in your final. And that's going to be for you to decide how you choose to improve from this particular speech to your final speech. And that's worth 10 points. And then finally, demonstration. Speaker clearly and effectively demonstrated a skill that's appropriate for this assignment and the audience. So I'm looking for you to make something happen that, again, that's audience related. Visuals were integrated effectively. So please make sure that you take some time to read over the rubric and understand that this is a demonstration speech where there should be steps involved, there should be an introduction and conclusion, and we should have identifiable steps that you're going to be taking. All right, well, thank you for everyone. I'm, again, trying to make these short as possible, and I apologize. I'm trying the best that I can to make sure it's within time because I know that it's really hard to attend to long videos. Thanks.